slow. They think that we don't know, so we gon' show them that this kingdom about to rise up. They wanna keep us low. They think that we don't know, so we gon' show them that this kingdom about to rise up. Rise, 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 rise. Every time I turn around.
Yeah, welcome back.
Yo.
We got JT and Big Mob. What's going on?
We rise.
Let's go.
What's going on, guys?
Good day today.
A little cold out. Other than that, we good.
Snippy.
The gym's nice and warm and cozy in here.
It is.
Cozy.
It's okay.
Body shot.
Listen, everybody. I came in and I'm like, my hands are numb. It's cold in here. Insulation is good, right? What do you think?
Yeah, well, you just gotta get up and go on the bags and warm right up.
Oh man, I feel like I haven't seen you in like a whole week.
I know.
I know. This guy's been.
I bet
You're like the
dipping and diving.
Dude's back in training. You've been working defense the whole time.
We'll get serious for a minute.
That's it.
So yeah, 1 minute. So this week there was a couple like parties and things like that, but they're at these certain places, right?
Yeah.
And it hit me that sometimes we don't belong in these certain places. You know what I'm saying? Because you get older, you get wiser, you get out of the way of certain things, and then you might go because people you care about in the past, people you love, you've been around for years or whatever, they're there. But when you show up to these certain places, those were places that you, like me and you talked about, you're comfortable in, because we're comfortable in these situations. We came from different. We came from a different world, yeah. So you got to come to a point, and hopefully, God willing, it's before you end up with a bullet in you.
That's gotta say mopping too. Go ahead.
You end up with a bullet in you. You end up with a knife in you, or you end up in the ground, or somebody you're right next to, you're picking them up off the ground. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the secret to that, you already have to recognize when you go to these places and you hang with these people or you choose to do these certain things that brought nothing but darkness in your life. Like if you're with this certain crowd, and when you're with this crowd, you're drinking or you're going to a strip club or you're going to places that you already know is a problem. Like going in there could be anything.
Now this is the thing that this is the realization I came to. Yeah, you're 100% right. But you get to the point where you're like, all right, I'm not living foul no more. It don't matter. I can go to these places. I can, I'm not thinking the same way, acting the same way. You know what I'm saying? But the thing you forget is most of the other people in there are. So now you're subject to their actions, and maybe you're not out there fighting and this and that. But what are you going to do? Let someone beat you up? No, you might fight with them. You going to let someone kill you? No, you might have to do what you got to do.
And when you're the Hulk,
exactly.
And when you're the Hulk and you Hulk smash, if you add alcohol to the mix, now everything intensifies times 100. So now it's
someone
like,
across the
even that. Yeah,
he was a professional fighter.
Yeah.
That's their professional fight. Their professional fight. Right. I remember when I was in the gym and I won my world title. I'm everybody's world title fight that's sparring that day.
Yeah, but it's not when you're going out into the darkness. Yeah. It's not the fight that you got to worry about anymore. They're gonna shoot us. They're gonna kill you.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Everybody's carrying a gun. Nobody fights
and why
these
do
days.
I want
Everybody
to
wants to shoot.
Why would I want to go somewhere that I need to have a gun on me, that I need to kill somebody at? You know what I'm saying?
So what do they say? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. So when you're doing certain things that haven't had positive results in the past, why do you think those same things are going to have positive results moving forward? So.
Yeah, you get caught up in your day-to-day. Let me go have a good time, but you got to find other ways to have a good time.
Yes,
you got to find other ways to have a good time. Or if you're going out, choose the right people and the right places. Yeah. We're so used to going back to those little hole in the walls.
We're comfortable.
Yeah, because it's like...
Familiarity builds contempt.
Now wait, where was that? That was the Blue Oyster, right?
Yeah.
Is that what,
Yeah.
now, you used to work there.
No, I owned it. I sold it to you. Jay, you remember the Blue Oyster?
But we always had a spot
Listen,
there for you anytime you wanted to come back.
Listen, don't
Nah, it
get
was
personal.
Gerardo's, man.
Nah,
Darren
doesn't
used to work
matter.
there too. But
This is Mahoney's boy over there.
Oh,
This guy, Tackleberry. Mom is, what's that dude? Mom is that dude like, so, you want to fight, huh?
I thought that dude was the best of the whole.
He makes all, oh
he made the
man.
whole movie.
there you go. Without him, it wasn't a show.
Tom's that, what's that? The guy with the long hair driving the motorcycle.
Oh, yeah.
What's his
Nah,
name?
He's racist.
Come on. I don't know
So,
what.
gentlemen, just a curiosity, what we got going on tonight?
Yeah.
Oh man, we have what do we have going on
We got a
tonight?
big show.
Yeah, we have a big show. Before we go any further, I want to give a I've been following my guy, my good friend Damon Feldman, Celebrity Boxing. Right now, if you hear about it, Lamar Odom, he's got Lamar Odom coming back. Lamar Odom's coming back and fighting Aaron Carter. So if you remember when Lamar Odom was separated from the Kardashian girl, he really fell into rock bottom. This dude was like making videos and he was like really down, almost to the point where they had to like teach him how to walk again and stuff. I think it got really bad.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really bad. He kind of went like,
Something about those girls that bring the best out of
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. But
I know their father was one hell of a female athlete.
there you go. There you go.
whoa,
Ladies and
oh,
gentlemen,
come on.
I'm just kidding.
No, it's not. So where was I? No, but Lamar Odom and that's Celebrity Boxing's biggest signing to date with the Aaron Carter thing, and he's doing really well. But you got to follow him, Damon Feldman, Celebrity Boxing. But I really like to see what happens with Lamar Odom in this fight. I think when you see him making a comeback, he was so damaged mentally.
He's a big dude too, huh?
Yeah, but he was so he was like
6'9".
he was so damaged, Marvin, mentally that everything was like
drugs and stuff like that.
yeah, it was he felt hot. I don't know exactly,
He
but
almost died. That's
yeah,
right.
he was like on life
He
support
went
and
to
everything.
Providence College, right?
So my thing is this: like him coming back and taking punches. Like, what if he gets hit with I'm nervous for this guy.
It's not like it's some professional. He's fighting another celebrity. If he takes a punch at 6'9",
Some of these guys,
what size gloves they wear?
they're probably like 30-ounce gloves.
30-ounce gloves.
some of these guys are training. They're training to fight.
It's different. It's not like he's getting in there with the heart or something like that.
Or our guest tonight.
Our guest tonight.
He's a heavyweight. He got
This
in there.
guy,
That
listen.
guest
That's
tonight,
why you said
boy.
we had a big show tonight.
That's why we have a big
We got
big
Big Six
show,
in the
Big
house.
Six in the house.
Yeah, buddy. Let's
That,
go.
listen, here's a guy that maybe not a lot of people. This guy is like when I first started boxing in '91. Jason was like 7 to like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and him, Matt, and Peter were like this constant. And I mean, he must have over 200 amateur fights.
200.
His credentials are. You want to, Todd? Please.
284 wins, 16 losses.
284
That's
wins. Did you hear that?
300.
200.
He might have over 300.
He has over 300 because before USA Boxing had a book, we used to go to Coventry Boxing with Frank Houlihan and Tiny Richie and Chick Chickaroni, all that crew. They run Coventry Boxing, and we used to go up there, and Jay, Peter, and Matt, and I would go up there and fight, and we would, but there were no books back then. So he had he probably had 80 to 100 fights before the books were even here.
How many sparring matches that is over the years?
Which
He's got thousands of fights.
thousands, and then the ring experience, and he'd been doing it for a long time. he was always this big, right? His hair was out the hair. He had the kid and play, man. He had the kid and play, and he walked in the gym, and he was a tough kid forever.
So the suspense is killing me. Who you got?
All right, well, come
Who
on.
is this guy you're
You gotta-
talking about?
hold on, this might take up the whole hour when we read this guy's credentials.
Yeah.
It's going to take a long time. Go ahead, Todd.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Marvin, go ahead.
I'll
A pleasure. Come
Let's
on,
see
Bob.
here. Am I saying this gentleman's name or are we just reading credentials?
You say his name, read
Okay,
him
so
off.
ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're going to have a special guest, Mr. Jason Estrada, heavyweight boxer, right from Providence, Rhode Island. So it says here, his first fight was on November 30th, 1987. He was the
He just came out.
New England Junior Olympic champion. Was that 6 times?
6 times.
How about that? New England Silver Mittens champion 3 times. New England Silver Gloves champion 3 times. Regional Junior Olympic champion 3 times. National Junior champion 2 times. New England Golden Gloves champion 5 times. U.S. champion 3 times. National PAL champion 4 times. It's a lot of championships. Hold on. U.S. Challenge champion 3 times. Olympic Trials box off champion in the Pan Am Gold. It's his only American super heavyweight to ever win that prestigious award.
Whoa.
And then in 2004 U.S. Olympic amateur record, as we mentioned, 284 wins, 16 losses. Professional record of 20 wins.
He's a busy young man.
20 wins, 6 losses, and 6 knockouts. And he fought for the WBO and IBF world titles.
Boom.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the credentials of our next guest. And we're going to bring him in
Not
right
to,
after the break. Right?
yeah, right after the break, but not
SFBN.
not to
Rhode
mention, all the credentials that we just read off. Here's a kid from Chad Brown, Providence. So you already know the story there.
Similar record to myself, that's by the way.
Well,
Just opposite.
listen,
Just opposite.
listen. That
Hey,
podcast,
not a peanut gallery.
that podcast is going to take more than an hour.
We'll deal with that when we come back.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Estrada will be back momentarily.
Marvin, I said,
Welcome back.
Oh, here he is, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
oh, Jason just asked me if that red light up there was heat. You see that? Can you get that? Jay said, is that heat? I said, yeah, can you feel it? He said, no.
It looks like that. The exit sign. Take the exit off it.
So now I'm not sure if this is what they're saying, but my face is being covered, which is probably a good thing. But is that how it's showing on?
Disrespectful.
Wow.
Oh,
Come on now.
Yeah, you got to lower that.
Listen, I got.
There you go.
Oh, thank you.
All our girls were just gonna stop watching.
That would have been
Yeah.
it, man. They got
That's
nothing
it.
to
No
do.
female
It's been a
viewers
sword fight.
anymore.
It's been a sword fight.
Sheesh. We call him sexy chocolate.
Come on now, preach it.
Yeah, man. What's up, Jay?
Anyway, Jason, what's going on?
Thank
Oh,
Nice to have you, my man.
Listen, I'm glad to be here. Very entertaining so far. I'm just getting on, so entertaining, very entertaining.
Yeah.
So, Jay, man, where'd you grow up? Tell us about where you grew up.
Well, the first little piece of my life was actually South Side, Potters Avenue, right next where Tony's mom used to be.
Yeah.
My pops owned that house and the house next door. Then my mom's and pops, they broke up and all that, so we ended up moving to Chad Brown. I know, of course, I was with my pops every day regardless, but
Yeah.
we ended up moving to Chad Brown, and from there, I was already boxing though. I was already boxing before I moved to Chad, so that helped me a lot. When I moved to Chad, I had to start over because the whole South Side thing and
Yeah,
kid moved from Chad Brown, moving to Chad Brown from South Side.
Yeah.
I had to start over again, so I had to put my foot in the ass right off the rip.
So look, wait right there. So you're talking about a time, if you're from Providence and you know anything about the Chad Brown South Side stuff,
Yep.
if you know anything about that, there's always been
Yeah.
beef and conflict, East Side, Chad, South Side. So you're moving to Chad from South Side.
South Side. I don't know nothing about what I do. I'm a kid. I don't know, but people are. Oh, where you from South Side? Now I got kids. I went to a windmill. Windmill. Windmill.
Yeah.
He's a Hopkins, but so I met Matt Godfrey at windmill.
Oh,
So
okay.
me and Matt became like that. So it was never no issues with me and him, but there was other people around that we had issues. So I had to put the smack down on a couple of people.
I'm sure you did,
So
man.
did Matt end up boxing because he met you? And you went to
Yeah. Well, it's funny. The actual story about me and Matt fighting, right? Me and Matt actually got into a real fight. We was friends. We are friends. We was friends, and then I guess something happened. I don't know what it was. He was trying to get cute.
Yeah, when you came.
So I had to pop off on him outside in front of the wreck, and then his dad talked to my dad and said, "No, I want him to box." And then
His
after
son
that,
just can't be beating up my son like that.
Yeah.
I want to touch on that later, but in my opinion, like from watching Matt Godfrey, probably was one of the most talented guys.
Absolutely.
Skill set to come out of Rhode Island, in my opinion. But you guys came up in the same camp.
Yeah.
So
Same
we'll touch on that.
Same trainer for a while. Like my pops worked in him throughout his childhood. And what's crazy is that Matt wasn't as good as he became.
Right.
Matt was horrible when we first started boxing.
Really?
Yeah, he was very elusive, but it was like everything. He like an octopus.
Yeah.
And then after he got a little older, we sparred so many rounds, sparred Peter. He put together nice as he became an adult.
Yeah, definitely one of to me, as far as skill set wise, he was something serious.
So I was the quiet kid in the back of the Fredos.
Yeah.
I used to train with the MMA players, and I come out, all these guys are on the back. So
Yeah.
Jason was the comic relief.
Yeah,
Matt was
always.
on the back working hard.
Yeah.
And then there was Shelly Shalito on the other side where that chick used with this guy.
Yeah.
Everybody laughed.
Oh,
Yeah, because it was all fun. It's all fun to me. Like these guys, maybe because of my skills, is that everybody else is going crazy and killing something because they wasn't as skilled as I was. I don't get me wrong. I work my ass off when I need to, but it would be like a regular time, and these guys are killing themselves because they got to fight somebody that they lost to, and I done cleaned out my division already.
Yeah. Well, I think what you're saying is you as a fighter, Jay, you've had so much experience, so you were light years ahead of everybody.
Yeah.
Emotional as a fighter, because in here it's different. Everybody panics, everybody gets nervous.
Yeah.
When you got that kind of experience that you had, you were like already a pro when you were an amateur. You had a pro style because you learned to control your skill. You learned to fight when you wanted to fight. You were good at it. You were very good at it, and so that that experience, it plays so much to how you handle it. How you handle your boxing inside the ring.
Yeah, as an amateur, like, the difference between the amateurs and the pros. People always say pros are hard. Pros are not hard. You pick and choose who you want to fight. You can maneuver you can be a bum and maneuver yourself right with the right people and get up there and make them. You might not be good, but you're doing it for them anyway. So you get up there to the top and you get beat up, but you don't care. You make 1.5 million to fight like somebody like I hate to throw his name out there, but the guy that fought Mike Tyson, he ended up doing a pizza commercial and knocked out by the pizza.
Peter McNeely. Yeah.
He was horrible.
Yeah.
That guy was horrible, but he made all this money.
All this money in one fight.
Yeah. And then he had to hit the pizza commercial. He turned the pizza around and the cheese. Boom, he get knocked out by the cheese. So you gotta understand, you can maneuver yourself up, but in the amateurs, you could fight a guy. It's your second time going to a national tournament. You got 30 fights. This guy got 200 fights. He's been doing it since forever. So
That's right.
You couldn't pick and choose. And my mistake when I turned professional is that I did the same thing. I didn't care. I want to fight. I like to. Who's the best? That's what I want to fight. And if I wouldn't have done that, it was my choice. There's nobody else's choice. Jimmy Birchfield wanted to move this way. My pop wanted to. Nah, I can't sleep. Me myself being prideful. I want to fight. I don't want to hit a guy that lay down. I couldn't do it. I couldn't sleep at night. So that's where my issues came in as a pro. That I shouldn't have no losses. I should be a millionaire, and it should be statutes.
But you got a lot of experience.
So what you? Yeah, I'm sorry, Mob. Do you want to say something? Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to take it back because just for the viewing audience.
Yeah.
So you get into fighting at what age? And your father was your trainer, so just kind of let us know how that transpired.
All right. Well, I went to Manfredo's gym, the original Manfredo's on Man Ave. I went there. I went there probably about 1986, and the story about that is funny too because I didn't go there for Peter to train me. My pops we was training in the basement already in my pop's house, punching a wall. We had a guy drawn on a wall. I would punch the guy on the wall. That's how we started. We wanted a real gym to work out of. So we looked it up. Oh, we see Grundy's. Let's go to Manfredo. We like the area, all that. We go, and we talked to Pete, and Pete Senior has this attitude. He's saying, "Oh, I don't have time for." My pop says, "Listen, we're not asking you to train. I'm not asking you to train him. He's already been doing this thing. We want a real gym to work out." Oh, well, yeah, whatever. So my father, well, listen. Who you have his age? I have my son, but he has all the experience. Father, listen, put them in together, let them spar, and then we talk about it.
Right.
We sparred, and I beat Little Peter's ass.
But
no, Little Pete, that's my man. We still to this day, I talk to him all the time.
Right.
But after that, then Peter Senior was cool and brought me right in. He would do pads, and my pops was still learning. Pete was still learning, but he knew a little bit more than my father, so started doing little pads and. Now they're trying. We became a team.
So your father was still learning how to be a good coach.
Yeah. He was learning how to be a good coach. My pop did a little boxing with Archie Johnson back in the day.
Oh, so he did train.
Yeah. He trained, did a little sparring. He got beat up. He got beat up by Beanie. I think it was. He got beat up by Beanie or maybe it was. Might have been Beanie, but he said, "Fuck this. I'm not doing no more boxing." He started doing the weightlifting.
That's why they call him Doc.
So he started doing the weightlifting. So. That's how that whole thing happened. So I was at Manfredo's 1986. Sat there. We trained for a whole year. On my birthday, November 30th, I had my first fight.
Yeah. Now
7 years old.
7 years old.
So that was in '87.
87. Yep, right on my birthday.
I came to Manfredo's in '91.
Yeah. I already had a couple fights before you got there.
Yeah.
I was like 11.
They were all established. They were already a clique.
Yeah.
We took a.
Yeah, that's the original place. Like that. That place was such a crazy joint at that time.
It really was.
It was shit.
It was though. It was out in corner of Manton Avenue, right there, right across from Manton Projects. Everybody was in that.
You had some killers. You had Jose Arias. You had Johnny Arias. You had Kevin Denson. You had Greg Towns. Greg Towns.
Yeah.
Jared came around. We had Marzullo. Johnny Marzullo, Steve Crew,
Stevie Crew, the Beast for
all
these.
All these Arthur Sarbeacon and Jack Sarbeacon.
There was some
killers in it.
Yeah, there was, man. And you know the one thing about Peter, he brought that killer out of you. He brought that like you want to get him. Like he had that. You know, if anything, you know, more so than what he knew at that time, it was. He knew how to bring that extra out of you.
Yeah, he aggravated shit out you.
Yeah, he did. So you want to take it out on everybody in the building, never mind your opponent.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, he was definitely good at that, man.
I thank him for that, though. I thank him for that opportunity to let me train in that spot in that real atmosphere because you hear about Grundy's and shit, and you looked at Grundy's, but it was grungy.
Yeah.
Everybody was those people there, but it just wasn't. It didn't feel right to me. So really was my feeling was the most easy
I
pay.
think Grundy's was more like whoever showed up with their own coach.
Yeah, and it was just shit was falling apart then too. Still, it was falling up. The ceiling was falling
apart.
It
was just a spot for people.
It wasn't a box.
Had Dino Dennis on last week. He came from Grundy's back in the day.
He spent a little time at Fredo's too. Came to there. Everybody came to there.
The kid I fought in '91 in the Golden Gloves in the fight you seen, John Kimbrough.
No.
he was out of Grundy's. You know?
So growing up in Providence school out there, like, how about let's touch on like outside of that, like your mom, splitting up from your father, and like what kind of stuff that did that take a toll on you? Or
No,
how'd that go?
no, not at all. I feel like I watch movies where that, oh, dad, mom, oh, you're gonna break it up and get a divorce, all that kind of stuff. It's me. That means I had two houses to go to.
Yeah.
I had Christmas from my mom, Christmas from my pops. So I didn't take it like that, and I'll just make sure I'm looking out for my brothers. That's all. And I got my two little brothers. I had to look out for them, so I could have easily won my pop right off rip. But it didn't bother
So
me
both
whatsoever.
parents really stepped up in their own aspect.
Yeah. I can't say they did a good job of raising us. Like, from the hood. From the hood. You could have had three drug dealers. Between my mother and my father, we could have had three drug dealers. We smack dab in the hood on both areas. So I was fortunate to be able to have them to keep me on the straight and narrow. I'm not saying I didn't do any dirt, but I was just smart enough not to be caught.
So I want to ask you too. So just piggybacking on what you just said, boxing is a sport where you have to be highly disciplined. You know what I mean? Because if you're not, you're gonna get too high. So
Absolutely.
how do you escape the allure of the street life to stay disciplined and train all the time and put the time in that you need to become a successful champion fighter?
I actually thought about that. Even at a young age, I thought about that. I never sold drugs. I carried guns because where I was. I had my little 38. But I always had boxing to guide me and shelter me from issues, because at that time people get shot, but it was still more fighting. Put the shoulder to the shoulder.
Right.
I didn't really have any issues like that. I did my dirt. I would focus on boxing because I seen too many friends get killed at a young age. 10, 11, 12, 13, 18, I seen them get killed. So I never really wanted to do that. I always had my main focus on boxing, and I always said, listen, if I do this thing with boxing, money, all that comes with that, I can do the other shit later. Like I didn't drink alcohol maybe until I was 19, but that's young. That's late. That's late.
Where we come from.
So I drank alcohol at 19, but that was only because I was in Ireland and I had my first drink, Malibu pineapple. I remember that it was yesterday.
You ain't going to Ireland and not having a drink. Remember that.
Yeah. And there was
The
kids in
Irish.
the bar.
You'll have plenty of fights if you know.
There was kids in the bar. There was 17, 16. They were in the bar having drinks. And I'm like, geez. But to get back what you're saying now, I kept focused. It was easy for me to keep focused because I've never been a follower. I make people follow me. I don't follow nobody else. I don't, even now I hang by myself or with my brothers. I don't hang with a crowd of motherfuckers. I just can't do it. I don't trust people. The money that I have, I want to keep it. And sometimes you hang with certain people and all they want to do is, can you give me a drink?
Down goes Jared.
I'm not about that life, man. I'm not about that. I'm cheap. It comes to shit like that.
That's awesome.
I give money away, but not just people just hanging around me. You're not getting paid to be my friend. What the fuck am I? I'm not rich. If I was rich, maybe I'll be a little more giving to some people. But I always think about my kids come first. My house comes first. Then if I have anything left, I see homeless people. I give money all the time.
Speaking of kids, out of all the accomplishments, all the titles you have, is there a better title than Dad?
Hell no. I can't think of one if there is.
Come on, is there a better title?
I can't think of one if there is. And I had my son first. I was 20. And then all these years, I don't play that no condom stuff, all that. I don't play the pull-out game. I keep that condom wrapped. I always did all these years. I got a daughter now. My daughter just turned 2. My son's 19. My daughter just turned 2. So, and there were different reasons. I didn't want to get nobody pregnant. And I didn't want to catch nothing. For the simple fact that everybody knows me. Where the hell am I going to go and get checked?
Yeah.
You gonna see? I know. I said, I see Jason over there.
Well, hey, all of a sudden, Marvin's up in the chopper. Todd's
Channel
got
6
the big
News
leg.
here, live. Jason
I'm
Estrada
like,
walking
Todd.
into the clinic.
Todd, you see him? Todd's like, I just see
It's scary. It's scary. Plus, you get something that's luggage.
Yeah,
You never
carry
get it
for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
I'm all set with that. I didn't want to do that, but the love of my daughter,
him.
you gotta be crazy.
Hey, listen, hold that thought. We gotta pay the bills a little bit. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna come back with Jason Estrada.
Yeah, we gotta
Big
get.
six.
Jay's gotta get his eyebrows. You know what I mean? We gotta get that.
Fuck that.
SFDNRI.
Oh, man.
That's a really
We're back. Let's go. Big six in the building.
Jason Estrada right here.
So the environment. How about the environment? Oh,
No, go for it.
the environment over it. So tell us about your gym.
Well, we actually had this is our second big six. The original one was Davy Lopes. We had it in the back. So that whole Dell situation got messed up, so it pushed us to buy our own building. Buy our building, no rent. We don't want nobody trying to tell us what to do. So right there, A16 Douglas Ave, right smack dab in between Chadron Projects. Then we have Arbor Glen, Makewood Terrace, whatever. There's other little projects over there. Just trying to help the community as much as we can.
You guys do a great job at Big Six. They do a great job at Big Six. You go up to Southern New England Golden Gloves and it's Big Sixes. They got buses up there. They dropping them on airplanes. They're producing up there. They do a nice job. Yeah.
Oh God.
Jay-
Got that the kid he just started a program for guns gloves up, guns down.
Yep, Lamont
Lamont Powell. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys brought that kid up.
Yeah, he started that program at our gym, but the program is a lot too many kids. So I guess he must have talked to Gary Valletto and he rented out Valletto's gym. So,
That was cool.
yeah, he still work with us as far as
Oh,
he
good.
fights and train with us.
Lamont's got talent, man.
Yeah, Lamont's
Lamont's
phenomenal.
He really Lamont Powell.
His heart's in that thing too.
He well, if he's focused and he's on point, the kid is a problem. He's a serious problem.
The thing is with Lamont too. Lamont was playing in the streets too much.
Yeah.
Lamont was that kid who has all the skills.
Yeah.
He started all young. He had this big lapse where he wasn't doing nothing but hanging in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
And them bullets almost got his ass, and it scared life into him.
Yeah.
His car got shot up 36 times, and nobody got hit. Hit the leg. That was it. After that, he was on a straight and out in the gym. So nothing can scare you more than actual fire.
It's straight, man.
Fire.
Yeah.
But then recently he's recovering from
Motorcycle accident. Yeah.
Yeah, real. I saw the video.
Still doing it though.
Listen, I stayed off of motorcycles a long time ago. On four wheels, every car I've ever owned went to car heaven. The only place.
He said, God.
Every one of them gone. I retired more cars. Forget it. Off cliffs, mountains. I'd wake up driving down a hill. I'd wake up in rivers. Oh, it was the worst. I said, I'm bad on four wheels. Two wheels. I know I'm a wreck. I'm a train wreck.
I've never ridden a motorcycle.
No, that's
I
the
like
death of me.
mopeds. I've had a moped just for the summer, but in Dominican Republic we have these four wheels, but never a motorcycle. That's just not for me.
So I want to ask a question about father and son. No, because I know I wanted to say that. Well, Marvin, the father son training. How does that happen? Before my kids were born, before I actually held my sons, I wanted them to box. I wanted them to play football. I wanted them to do all the things I did. No, but now like they're here.
I know.
Yeah, Jay, I don't know, man. I'd have to I don't think I can handle it. You, Mom?
I can't.
having
Father, son.
Like seeing your kid out there taking
Yeah.
punches and
My son fought against one of his guys. Remember at Foxwoods?
Yeah.
It was my son against one of his kids. I was the worst coach ever.
Yeah.
I coached so many people. I've ref fights. I've judged fights.
Couldn't get it out. Huh?
Hey,
couldn't get it out.
when I went out there, I came up. I was like, yeah, we're gonna fight this and that. And I'm like, wait, it's not me fighting. It's my son fighting. What the heck? What am I doing?
It's very different.
Mom, can you finish answering that, sir?
No, I don't. Could I do it? Of course. I mean, you could. If you train them the right way and you believe they have the ability. I think my thing is those relationships. Well, those relationships don't usually work all the time. Like you got Floyd Mayweather and his father, De La Hoya and his father. So how did you and your dad keep it together? Well, you know, because it's a business, but still there's that family, obviously, blood relationship.
It really wasn't that difficult for us because we have an understanding. My dad he had him and my mom had me when they were 18. So me and my dad's relationship was more almost like brother. And he gave me room, but it was time to work. It's time to work. I've never even talked back to my pops. My pops slapped me one time when I was younger. One time, so I needed. You know, so I respect my dad. I kick my dad's ass now. Or 10 years ago, I still kick my dad's ass. But I would never raise my hand at my pops.
Of course.
I respect my pops.
Amen.
And that's the way it should be. And he's never steered me wrong.
Right.
So why would I try to buck against him when if I ever need anything, I'll tell you, whatever. I can call you on my car, bro. Whatever they come give me, we'll get my car fixed. I'll give him money. I'll try to give him money. Nah.
Yeah.
That's son. Keep that shit. So,
but you know how it is. Like it's not the relationship. It's people on the outside that try to squeeze in and separate.
They can't do it.
Father can see that.
They can't fucking do it. They can't do it. My pops had tried. One of the fights I lost, my dad sent me away to a camp with this dude who was a slick talking. I forgot his fucking name. He was a smooth talker. Act like he was gonna do this. He was gonna be able to do this. We go to Ocean City. I'm out there training, and the guy just didn't know what the fuck he was doing. He had no clue what he was doing. And I'm telling my pops let's just work this, or whatever. And he's telling me to take protein, right? He's saying, eat it with ice cream.
There you go.
But
That's how you gain weight.
But he's not telling me, if you want to do it that way, you gotta skip this meal. You can't have this meal. I'm eating my meals
and protein and ice cream.
Blow
it up.
So I get to the fight, and I'm 250, I'm 258, 257.
At 6 feet.
Yeah, I'm 6'1".
Okay, 6'1".
What the? Are you kidding? My pop looked at me. I say, "Guy, he won't tell me to do this shit. Don't blame this on me." So we had that. I lost. I still thought I won, but it is what it is. And after that, I've never let my pops talk me into let somebody else come in the corner and use that because no, he don't know what the fuck he's doing. I trust you. If we're gonna win together, we're gonna lose together too. However it is, me, you till the motherfucking wheels fall off. That's it. So we had to and plus, if it was time to fight, it was time to fight. When there's no fight, my pops say shit to me. I can go out, I can party. I don't smoke. I drink on occasion, give me a little cognac, but that's it. I don't fuck with pills. I don't none of that other shit. So it was never no problem. It's the problem with a lot of fighters, son and dad relationships. As far as that is, the dad does not separate the being a father, being a coach. When it's not time to coach, let your son be. My whole boxing career has been my pops making sure he put in the right position. Stay away from this, stay away from that. And I listen to him because he's never steered me wrong. Never. So why fuck that up?
That's good stuff, man. That's good stuff. That's
smart enough to listen.
Yeah. Listen, I follow good instructions. When the instructions are right, I can follow them. When they're garbage, I can tell right off rip. I'll take what I can use, and the rest I throw away. But a lot of people can't separate the two.
I just want to touch on one more thing. So, you're what they call now a super heavyweight, right?
Yeah.
Because you're weight, right?
You'd
be a super heavyweight at 245, 250,
I fought when I made the team. I was super heavyweight.
Okay. So my question is, your style is if no one's ever seen you fight, you're an awesome mover. You
Yeah.
got really fast hands.
Yeah.
Really fast hands. You move really well for a big guy. So
Yeah.
my question is, where did you get your style from?
I would have to say my style is a mix of a lot of different fighters that I watched growing up. Guys like Light Holmes for one. To me, he's the greatest heavyweight ever. I don't care what nobody say. Just because the way he came up with that jab is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Toughness, bitch. He'd get dropped, he'd get up, hurting everything. And then he came from nothing and became a millionaire, basically owning Eastern Pennsylvania.
Correct. Yeah.
To me, that's the end all be all. Then you have guys that I stole stuff from, like Terry Norris, Hector Camacho. Got a little bit of Roy Jones in there. You know, these are guys that I took little pieces that I like and I molded myself into that. Worked on certain things. So that's basically it.
Yeah, it's not easy to move as a lightweight. Some people don't get it, you know, like Marvin. You know, you're like, it's like you're in a sand pit.
I told him earlier, you couldn't hit me in the phone booth.
Yeah, of course.
Man, you're terrible. You guys are terrible.
You see what I gotta go through, Jason? You know what I mean? I come here for this.
All right. Enough about me, Marvin. Let's talk about you. What do you think about me?
Oh my God.
Come on.
This is great.
Oh, man.
I don't know how we got over here. But we got over here.
Show Jay your hands. You don't know he's a 3-time hand model in
I
Australia?
only to show my hands.
Show
I
them,
can't-
show-
I cannot show
You
them.
go to Australia, his
I gotta-
hands are on a
I
bulletin
gotta
board.
call my
Just
agent.
Marvin's hands.
I
That's
gotta
it.
call my agent for that.
This guy's like,
I gotta call my agent.
Oh, you guys are
So
terrible.
what are you doing now with everything?
We just train these kids. You know, I had an actual kids class today. That's what Lamar died did from. But let him fool you.
Yeah.
He's trying to steal my shine. I have a kids class Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. There's no special name to it. Just a bunch of kids that want to learn how to box a little bit. And I got them in there 4:30 to 5:30.
yeah, good stuff, man.
Yeah.
You just focus on coaching and
Yeah,
everything?
I just focus on coaching. I have my daughter in there too. You know,
Oh,
she
yeah.
be in there. She be hitting the damn pads and stuff.
Yeah.
Already, right?
Already.
I love that.
That's an
That
Estrada.
ain't gonna be young
That's a
forever.
fighting family.
So you gotta either teach her how to fight
Oh
against
no! Everybody in our family is mandatory to box. You don't have to fight,
Right.
but you gotta know how to
You
box.
got him out of
You're not
I've
gonna make
sacrificed
that
too much.
Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
I've sacrificed too much.
Yeah.
I kick way too much ass to let my son get beat up or my daughter get beat
Yeah.
up or my cousin get beat up. Everybody fights.
Everybody.
Cousins on my mother's side, they all boxed before. So
Yeah. So talk about, you have your siblings, right? You have
Yeah.
how many siblings?
it's 3 or 4 altogether.
4. Now they're all firefighters,
Yeah,
police
yeah.
officers.
Yeah, my brother Roland's East Providence Police.
These Providence
Yeah, he
police.
got messed around being a detective soon.
Nice.
Yeah.
My brother Eric was on the fire department. He's been out for 11 years now, 12 years.
Yeah.
And my youngest brother Kim is a postal worker.
Forget that. What about your dad? Your dad's got a.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about Doc. Yeah.
But see, that's the thing. That's the thing. My pops, I think that's probably where I got my focus from. Because my pops wasn't always the fucking angel that he is now.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and it still comes out every now and then.
Come on, I don't believe that. Doc,
I
no way.
know a couple of
No
guys
way.
used to run with, so
My-
I
my-
know.
Yo.
My pops was a hustler.
That was in the Manfredo days, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Kevin Hustle days, we was broke as shit. And then he started doing what he was doing, and got a new car, the house, and then he put himself through a optometry school, and then trying to straighten out because he got scared. That situation where he went to court and he was facing all this time, and the prosecution fucked up. So
Wow.
Yeah. Now he's
He had that second chance. Like
he actually he absolutely had a second chance, but
A lot of guys don't
he
recognize
paying,
that second
but he was paying his way through school with the other money. So
now he's Dr.
now
Estrada.
he's Dr. Estrada.
Doc. Actually,
One of my favorite people on Facebook.
Dad, is he funny? I go to his page just when I need a laugh. I'm telling you,
sometimes they'll put the sparring up. They got sparring.
Yeah, he puts it live
Like,
too.
if you love boxing. You
Yeah,
love
but that's
amateur
we see
boxing.
boxing. Us guys see boxing every day. That's nothing
No,
compared
but
to
it's
his
like-
post. He's the best.
On the outside? Oh yeah.
Yeah, he goes. Oh, he's hysterical. I go to his page.
He goes in
I
everywhere.
mark him as favorite. So every time he does something, it comes up on my
We gotta
page.
get him on here. Roland,
Yeah.
we need you on here.
He's
So,
So
Yeah,
next,
he's
he's
a
making a
different
whole family affair.
Yeah.
He's a different guy. He's
Yeah.
different. My mom's a
Yeah.
different guy.
Yeah,
Different kind of guy.
he worked my corner, my first Golden Glove. Him and Peter, remember?
wow.
Yeah.
Peter and my pops were like Batman and Robin
Yeah.
once upon a time,
Yeah.
and then we had a little falling out, but now we're good now. We're good now, but it was shit.
How about that
Shit
though,
happens.
with the coaching in boxing? So in MMA, it's like everybody knows you have a main guy that you go to, but you know you go to wrestling coach, boxing coach, kickboxing coach, whatever, jiu-jitsu coach, whatever. But you gotta. The mentality is to learn from everybody. Like you said, take what you can, get rid of the rest. You know, take what works for you. But in boxing, it seems like there's this real stern, like I'm your coach, don't go nowhere else. Like it's a real,
And
it creates problems. I feel.
yeah, I try my hard time to be that. Well, I'm not that way.
Yeah.
If you don't want to be in my gym, fuck it. Go about your business. Go somewhere else. You know what I mean? Hey, whatever. If it ends on good terms, we cool. If it ends on bad terms, I'm probably gonna talk shit about you. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. Like, fight me. You know what I mean? Fight me. Whatever. We can fight.
Fight me then.
That's what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Fight me then.
I get
You
niggas
lose.
spars now and then. You know, I get niggas spars now and then.
No, but I think what he's saying is, how do you feel about your fighter training in your gym under your tutelage
Oh,
and
but
going
going
to
to
learn
else.
from someone else?
As long as they're staying loyal.
Yeah. If it's just a certain way of doing things. If you want to speak on it, hey, yo, listen, I want to go over here and do a little something over here. I got no problem with that.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to be sneaking around and you don't pay the dues in our gym, but this guy over here is charging you $40 for an hour session, and our dues for the month is $30. I'm gonna have a problem with that, and I'm gonna speak on it when I see you. I'm not going on Facebook and be like, I say little slick shit on Facebook, but it's not directly at anybody. It's a whole group of people. But if I have an issue with you, I'm from the old school where
That's right.
I go to you with faith. Like, listen, is there a problem here? Let me know what's going on. If you want to chill there, no, but don't come over here crying about $30 and you paying this guy $40 for an hour session. It's stupid. And I don't call fighters my fighter. I say a guy from my gym because we're not proper.
That's right.
I never let nobody say. My only thing to say, my fighter to me is my pops.
Yeah.
I changed my pops nuts.
Yeah.
You want to technical about it? That's what it is. So
Yeah, I'm with that.
I like that. I like that.
What made you decide? Okay, so you talked about Larry Holmes, and he's one of the greatest 7.5 years champion, heavyweight champion, but fought too long. Tyson maybe fought a little too long. This one, Holyfield, George Foreman. So when did you know it was time to say enough is enough?
when I couldn't go in the gym and work out as hard as I used to, I've never been knocked out.
Right.
I've never been knocked out.
Really?
Never.
Now that's like some Mayweather stuff.
So I wasn't about to be, and then right at the time I'm getting to the point where I'm getting fed up with the game. YouTube is blowing up real serious. Facebook, MySpace was going out.
Right.
You're not about to have me on your fucking mind.
Yeah.
Sleeping in public. That's what they say. 85% of rapes happen when you fall asleep in public. I'm not going to sleep.
I ain't getting raped.
I'm not going to sleep, bro. So,
That's hysterical. Remember the girl came in here and I said, "You know Marvin Barnes?" She said, "No." I said, "Marvin, lay down." And she recognized him.
You see what I gotta go through around here, man? No respect. Love me, that's all.
No, it's all love.
That's all.
She said, I said, "You recognize Marvin?" She said, "No." I'm like, "Marvin, lay down." She's like, "Oh yeah, that's Marvin Barnes."
So bounce off that. I wanted to bounce off his question. Hey, so having so many, we were talking about this, but having so many amateur fights and then turning pro, did that take away from that, like starting at a young age, being dedicated to all these years? Did that take away from your pro career, you would say, as far as like wanting it and all that? Like wanting to get that longevity out of it?
No, I don't think that was part of it. I think my thing was I got tired of the bullshit. I got tired of people making decisions like, oh, I don't want to fight him. I don't want to fight. Like they started. That's when they started all that nonsense. All that don't want to fight this guy.
Came
Don't
off
fight
of
that
business,
guy.
didn't
Yeah,
you?
And I still was stuck in my ways of I want to fucking fight. I want to fight. Like why you gotta be this way? Why you gotta be that way? Let's do it. Let's fight. So I got tired of that. I got tired of getting injured. Like my last 4 years, I had 3 surgeries. Saying I had my foot, ACL, and my shoulder.
Yeah.
So, you know,
And you're
I tore my
moving
ACL.
too, you know?
I tore my ACL during the camp. I was sparring. Last 10 seconds, I threw a good combination, made a quick move, and I was trying to break in these new boxing shoes, and my foot didn't slide.
Oh, they got stuck.
Got stuck right there. My weight went away. I heard something pop. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Oh.
Part of that style.
Yeah. So,
So
messed me up.
my last question before my next one. So, yeah, I gotta ask you this. What? What? I gotta ask this. What would you say was your toughest fight?
I would have to say my actual toughest fight is probably one that nobody would expect was to join. I fought a dude named Derek Bryan at Twin River. Right? We were supposed to fight maybe a year before that, and something happened. Like he had a dirty test or something. So that fight didn't happen. I had to fight somebody else, stopping somebody. Then we fought. We were supposed to fight for the NABF title, and somebody else won a vacant. So that was out the window. So I ended up fighting him an 8-round fight, and I heard him first round, heard him second round. Right in the middle of the second round, I heard him boom and wobble, and he's a veteran, you know. And he grabs me by the waist, and then he goes like this, and headbutt me right in my nose, man. I swear my eyes watered up so bad I could feel it. But me being a fighter, I'm like, fuck. So we just keep fighting, and I could feel the blood started coming. So I'm swallowing. By the time the 4th round came, I was cramping so bad. I said, no more boxing. I'm not fucking moving no more. Let's go. Now it turned into a brawl. And we scrapping. I busted him up, busted his shit up. My nose was messed up, but we fighting. I went in the decision, almost stopped him, and I got a lot of credit for that fight. Because people before that they were like, he's a box, you know, but is he really gonna sit down and say I'm brawl? So why do I gotta brawl? I'm not brawling unless I have to. It's longevity. I'm not trying to go in here to make everybody happy.
All you young fighters, listen to this. What's it about?
It's about longevity.
Do you want to go out there taking punches?
Yeah, not if I have to.
Not if you don't have to. That's.
Sometimes you gotta grit down. You gotta bite down. Say fine. Let's go. But there's no way in hell I'm going there with the intent of just taking punches and just for the crowd satisfaction.
We got 2 minutes left, so I want to ask one more thing before Marvin. A USA silver medalist. Bronze medalist. USA bronze medalist. You got a bronze medal. You're from Chad Brown. You got a U.S. Olympic bronze medal. You're from Providence. You know, the Cuban. You beat him the first time.
The first time.
You know, going into that fight, I was watching, and I was, I was excited. Was that for the gold?
No.
Was that for a medal?
That was quarterfinals.
Yeah. I didn't see the first fight. How did that first fight go?
Tonga, big Hawaiian, just big. I busted his ass real nice, but it was. See, the whole thing about the Olympics, people don't understand. There's so much going on, and I had terrible coaches. Well, I had one good coach but he wasn't the head coach. The head coach was an asshole.
Okay.
Right. So.
That's true.
They cussed me out.
You didn't have your own coach.
They cussed me out. I couldn't have my father as my coach.
No, I know.
My pops was way up in the stands.
I know.
And they wouldn't. He was lying to me with the score. He cussed me out because I boxed my ass with the first fight, and I boxed the way I wanted to. He said, "It's showboating, and he got mad. So.
But you beat the Cuban, right?
No, well, I beat the Cuban in Pan American Games.
Okay.
And I lost to him in Olympics, but same guy. But it was so much that people don't know, and I probably if we don't have no time, I'll talk to you about the shit after. You know, it's a difficult situation.
We're gonna have to get you back on again.
Yeah, man. We're gonna have to get
no problem. Fun.
Yeah. This is
fun. Thanks for stopping in.
Love and respect.
Super fun.
Yo.
We're gonna go for a break.
Yeah.
Come back and we'll wrap it up. We'll be right back.
SFB, Rhode Island.
Jason Estrada,
Yeah,
Providence's
Big
own.
Six.
Big Six Academy, Boxing Academy.
Let's go.
Producing champions over there.
Yeah, no, they know they do it. Lying to me about the score and shit.
Yeah. See
I
that?
think they were
that
making false
well,
sleep.
you know,
You paying attention?
It all started because, you know, I boxed where I'm doing this, I'm doing extra shit. When I fought the first guy.
yeah.
But I did try when I,
Let's keep going.
Let's take us a break. That's FBN Rhode Island. Pay attention.
Here we go.
Jared, welcome back. Mike, welcome back.
Welcome back, Carter. That's my theme song.
What a guest today, though.
Yeah,
Huh?
that was
Awesome
Jay's.
interview.
Jay's
Yeah,
good.
I'm sure we get him back. If we can get him back, we can get a whole
Yeah.
lot more.
We're
Maybe
gonna
we get him and his father on at the same
That
time.
would-
no.
that would be-
That's good. That we're gonna need a comic. That's a That's a.
Yeah.
We
So
should
do
get
like
him
a
on.
Comedy Connection in East Providence.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
listen, that's a sitcom right there. We get Doc and Jay with all of us in
that'd be
here.
great.
Forget it, Marvin. You're gonna have a big bullseye on your head.
I'm
gonna pay.
Listen,
I'm
I'm
gonna
coming
pay.
with some material.
Yeah.
You got me tonight.
Oh.
Next time, I'm coming with some material. I let you go tonight. I didn't say anything.
Not didn't say anything.
I let you go tonight.
I hit you with speed. You don't know who, why, where, what. Oh man.
Good show.
Yeah.
I look forward to being with you guys again next week, man. It's awesome to see you all the time.
Yeah, man.
And the
Check
Hawks
it out.
is going to bring us home.
Yeah, we're gonna bring it home. So crazy week, you know, things happen in life. You know, sometimes you gotta sit back and just remember, you know, there is that creator, there is that man out there looking for us. So Psalms 113, from the rising of the sun to the place where it sets, the name of the Lord is to be praised. And that's what we're doing. We rise.
Let's go.
Amen, baby.
Be a lover and
Oh,
fight.
look at Marvin Bonds. Go, Marvin. Drag him. Oh, the slow.
SFBN Rhode Island. We
Marvin,
See you next
Marvin
week.
with the slow drag. You see him? He was like sliding in the room.
He's not. I'm going there. I'm gonna go there. And I'm gonna talk to you in person.
Yeah.
SFBN Rhode Island.
See you next week.
Peace out.
Jason.